Welcome to Joe Draws Again. I am Joe. On this channel, I create artwork. I'm a professional artist of over 20 years. I've worked in comics, illustration, storyboarding, and as a conceptual artist. I've worked on other things too, but those are kind of, some of the bigger ones. I also have multiple sclerosis, anxiety, and ADHD. If those things are affecting more than usual the creation of said artwork, I'll talk about it because I want to be open and honest about what it takes to create the artwork. I'm very excited for my next project. It goes hand in hand with my comic I've been working on the channel called Garlic Tarts. It is a tabletop themed show, and Garlic Tarts is pretty inspired by tabletop gaming, Dungeons & Dragons, things like that. So this show is called Visions From the Tabletop. During the creation of my piece for the tarot show that I just did, I had to do some sketches and whatnot ahead of time because I hadn't done watercolors on quite a bit. So I needed to practice a little bit before doing it. And I drew the rat in watercolor. That wasn't the first sketch that I did. The one that I did first is this one. And when I was trying to think of what to do for that sketch, I'm not great at coming up with ideas all the time. Sometimes they just fire off, but otherwise I need inspiration. The best inspiration I could think of was my Tony DiTerlizzi tabletop art book that he put out a couple years ago called Realms. This guy. This is the special edition. The standard cover looks a little bit different, but Tony is a brilliant artist. He has so many wonderful pieces in here, and yeah, it's just super inspirational. I love his work, and as I was looking through, I saw a piece that said that it was unpublished in 2006 is when he made it. And this is that piece. I was flipping through his book and this one just kind of stood out to me. I love pen and ink drawings and it just looked awesome. So I got the idea that I wanted to make a version of this using one of my characters. Essentially, this dungeon still exists in time, like the adventurers get older and stuff like that, but new adventurers come along dungeons and they experience them as well, go through the same traps. And so yeah, I started drawing it, and this is the original sketch that was in my notebook, too detailed to do as a really quick sketch that I watercolored, and that was the end of it and whatnot. It kind of said it needed to be bigger, and so in honor of Tony, I wanted to use his environment and create, like I said, one of my characters in it to say hey, this many years later, and the dungeon is still going strong. The next generation is coming through. That's what I was kind of working on so far. But with Asha's face, it's more in the same exact profile as his character. I kind of wanted to throw a little bit more expression, showing her be a little bit more nervous. So I'm going to redraw the face, just do more of a 3/4, just something that shows a little more face. Her eyes are going to be a little nervous, like she's doing the thing. She doesn't know what's going to happen when she touches this little drain and everything like that, but something's going to happen, and she's an adventurer and she's going to figure it out. So that's where I'm going with this, and where this next piece for Visions From the Tabletop is coming from, where it's going. It's inspired by Tony DiTerlizzi. I'm taking a cue from one of his unpublished sketches from 2006. Now it's 2025, 19 years later. This dungeon that he created is still getting adventurers. So I'm gonna get to it and keep working on this. Let's get going.
That's The bull market in woods, see our battle cry through the countryside. And we won't stop till you understand. We tried and died. We won't stop till we see we're all bona fide. We won't stop till we heal this here great divide. I said, hey, boss man, you eyeballing me. There's hope in your mind so you can see. I said, hey, Flatfoot, you know what we need. Changing the gods 'cause nobody can breathe. I said, hey, boss man, why balling me? Just open your mind so you can see. I said, hey, Flatfoot, you know what we need. Changing the gods 'cause nobody can breathe. My rights, I will fight for my rights. I will fight for my rights. I will fight for my
Okay, I'm going to call it. This is not the finished watercolor I was planning on doing. Time got away from me over the last couple weeks. My ADHD, it's been kind of spiking with spring coming, life events and stuff like that. I couldn't sit down and draw. I just couldn't focus. Anxiety started kicking in and self-doubt, and I got to my desk yesterday, was able to start drawing. Knew I didn't have time to do the watercolor just with all the transferring and whatnot, so I finished the piece digitally. I'm happy with how it looks. I think it turned out really cool, and I'm excited for the show. It's on May 10th at ALTR Gallery. I'll put the information again right up here. ALTR Gallery is going to be open during Art World, which is a huge art festival in Northeast Minneapolis. That is, let me look at the thing, May 16th, 17th, and 18th. ALTR Gallery locations are going to be in the description below. There's so much. There's so much information. Come down to it, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Again, a big nod to Tony DiTerlizzi. This is a huge love letter to him and his work, just the inspiration that he gives. I know I'm not the only one, there's many people he inspires, but this has been a fun piece to work on. I had challenges with ADHD and whatnot, it happens, but I finished it. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.